Another house that doesn't get much love here on YouTube is the house of Hendley Perfumes. I think I have only seen, I checked before I started this video, only one or two other videos that talk about Hendley Perfumes, one of which is a scent safari done by Max. So he talked about four of them, and he didn't talk about the one I'm going to be talking about. So I wanted to introduce you to a fifth one that you may not have heard talked about here on YouTube. This is called Rosenthal. Here's the sample. It is from Hendley Perfumes, as I said. Rosenthal is the creation of a Brooklyn-based perfumer, Hans Hendley, who used to be a club DJ back in the day, and somehow became interested in perfumery. Happens to a lot of people. I was lucky enough to make his acquaintance on Facebook a few months ago, got my hands on some samples, and was really sort of interested in, well, I love rose, so naturally drawn to something called Rosenthal. His line, Hendley Perfumes, was launched in 2014, contains a total of 7 perfumes, all of which he created, and Rosenthal was released last year in 2015. Rosenthal includes notes of incense, rose, iris, juniper, sandalwood, patchouli, and angelica root. It has a tagline associated with the fragrance. The tagline is flower child, color of love, clinging to a scheme, rebellion within a traditional theme. So flower child, of course, is a wink and a nod to the patchouli, I think, if I had to sort of decode the byline for the perfume. And the traditional theme, I'm guessing, is the traditional theme of like the woody floral fragrance. This is a rose perfume, so with a sort of sandalwood base, sandalwood and incense base, and that is a very sort of well-defined subsection of perfumery. So I'm guessing that might be the traditional part of the byline. So, like I said, Rosenthal falls within a family of woody rose perfumes. Unfortunately for me, they're almost always, there's something wrong with them. They're always too boozy, like they have bourbon in them or vodka, or I don't know, they just have this like weird top aromatic booziness to them. It's like they were put together by Patsy and Adina from Absolutely Fabulous. I don't know what's going on. Or like too syrupy sweet, like gourmand rose, and I don't dig that either. So Rosenthal is neither one of those. It's a rose that I actually really like. It's dry, which I tend to prefer over sweeter fragrances. And it's almost, rose can sort of come across as that grandma fragrance. It's almost austere, but it keeps things interesting, I think, by this sort of sandalwood base, but also the nice dose of patchouli. The patchouli manages to keep things youthful, interesting, and a little bit edgy. I didn't really mean the word austere to put people off. It's definitely not your grandmother's perfume. It is interesting. It's even unisex, I think. Men could definitely wear this. The base, the top is this very nice rose sandalwood. The dry down is this sort of whisper of an incense. Very nice ending to a very nice perfume, I thought. I think the dryness here, though, sort of affects the longevity and the sillage of the perfume in both cases. Or maybe it's just my personal skin chemistry, I don't know. Dusty, dry fragrances just sort of tend to lay closer to my skin and not really pop off of my skin. and they also don't tend to last as long on me either. Rosenthal lasts for maybe 4 hours, with maybe an hour or two of projection. But I can say it does last for 2 days on clothes, because I managed to get some on my clothes, on a white shirt actually. And let me hold it up again so you can. You probably don't want to get this on a white shirt on purpose. I didn't do it on purpose, but it got there anyway, and it lasted for 2 days. That being the case, 4 hours for me is fine. I mean, that's really all I need out of something anyway. I'm not one of those people that needs endless performance out of everything. I think that I'm much more interested now in my journey about the uniqueness of the scent, the artistry behind the person who puts it together, and what the scent is all about, than necessarily it lasting for 27 days on my skin. I just don't need that. Being a rose scent, you might assume that this was actually one of the more expensive scents in the line. Rose oil can be very expensive, but it's actually, if I'm not mistaken, one of the most affordable scents in the line. I think everything else, all other 6 perfumes, there are 7 in total, are $95 for 15 ml. Rosenthal is $65 for 15 ml, so it's quite a bit less expensive than the others. Like I said, he's available on IndieSense or Hendley Perfumes' personal website. And I definitely want to review more of this house going forward. If you are interested in buying either samples or a full bottle, his website will be in the drop-down box. Or you can visit IndieSense, like I said. I will talk to you later, guys. Bye.